Hello, welcome back to the Curious Giraffe Show. Hi everybody, do you remember me? My name is Jeanette and I'm so glad to be back with you. Hello everybody, I'm Tiger and I'm going to watch from way over here because I know I have to be safe and keep you safe by staying socially distanced. Oh, brother, I'm so tired of that. Yes, Jeanette, me too. But my mother says someday this will be over. Let's sing our song about that today. Okay, do you have an idea? Yes, I do. Giraffe looked over at Tiger and said, I'm tired of staying home and the warnings not to touch. I want to get together and I miss your hug so much. Underneath this one big sky, oh yeah. Share one big sky, share one big sky. Give the world a big high five. Yeah, we're different and we know it, but we all get along. 'Cause we can all share and we can all care. We're different, but we all belong. Oh yes, we're different, but we all belong. Giraffe, that really was a good verse. Yeah, I've been thinking about missing hugs. Yeah, sometimes I just have to give myself a hug if there's nobody to hug me. Yeah, that's a good thing to do too, Tiger. And I have a fairy tale that some children in Africa thought up when they were thinking about missing hugs. Well, Dorothy, I don't know where Africa is. Oh, that's an understandable question. I'm going to show you a map of the whole world. You see that map? This blue continent over here is where I live and where most of you who are watching this show live. But do you see this big green continent right here? That is Africa, and it has many, many countries with many, many people who speak many different languages. And the children who made up this fairy tale come from Namibia, which is near it's in South Africa. It's right next to the country called South Africa. And our continent is North America, and our country is called America, or the United States of America. So let me show you this book that I'm very excited about. But before I read the book, I want to tell you a little bit about where it came from. I have a friend named Leah Danoff who grew up in our country. That's why I showed you the map. She grew up in the United States. And when she was a young adult, she traveled to Namibia. And she loved it there. She loved the people, she loved the language, she loved the weather. And she decided to stay a while. And one of the things she had learned growing up is how important school can be, especially if children can get there while they're young. They will have a better chance at doing what they love and helping the world as they grow older. So her dream was to start a school in Namibia for the younger students, for preschool and kindergarten. And she talked up her dream, and the Integrity School was started. Now, many years later, it has grown to be a school from preschool up to, I think they have 4th grade now. But back then they just had the youngest children. And Leah was one of the teachers there. So I'm going to show you. And you can see the 2 teachers in the back and the many students who made this book. And she said that they were learning about fairy tales, and then they decided to make their own fairy tale. And the children decided about the main character being a magic tree. And they named their magic tree Kokonambili. And every child drew one of the pages in the book, and you'll see what happens. I don't want to give it away, but I wanted you to understand that these children and adults work together to make this wonderful story. Okay. I will read you the page and then I'll show you the picture. Kokonambili, a Namibian fairy tale, written and illustrated by the Integrity School's Phase 2 class in 2009. See the children's names, and now you can see that wonderful, careful picture or illustration. You see Kokonambili, that tree? That's the magic tree. Let's find out what happens. Once upon a time, there was a magic tree named Kokonambili. Kokonambili lived in Ongwediva, Namibia. The tree could walk, talk, fly, and even change into different things. See that tree flying? But her really special thing was that she gave out hugs. Kokonambili was a kindness tree, especially to children. The tree became friends with those who needed a friend. Kokonambili loved to play with children. One day there was a little boy named Jacob who was playing by himself. His mommy and daddy were out and he was feeling lonely. Suddenly, Kokonambili showed up. Jacob was so happy to have someone to play with. She read books with Jacob and played with the toys. Kokonambili even cooked food for the boy and pulled out of her leaves some sweets and a cool drink. Jacob was sad when Kokonambili had to go, but she was going to keep another child company. Before the tree left, Kokonambili tucked the boy into bed and read him a bedtime story. Jacob was asleep before the story ended. Kokonambili gave the boy a big hug and quietly left the house, looking for another child that needed company. Anytime a child is feeling scared or lonely or sad, Kokonambili shows up to play with them. Kokonambili always gives them what they need, even if it is just a hug. With Kokonambili's kindness, the children of Ogwadiva were all able to grow in peace, and they all lived happily ever after. And they want you to know that Kokonambili means to grow in peace in one of the Namibian languages. So I was very impressed with their story. Let's see if Jeanette and Tiger want to come back. Oh, Dorothy, that was a really exciting book. Wow. I was kind of worried about when a child is all by themselves. Wow. Yes, but do you think that really happened? Well, I think it could, and I kind of worry a little bit. But I love the idea that a tree would come and take good care of the child. Yeah. Or maybe an animal friend would come. Yeah. We could make up stories too. Yes, we could. What would we do if no one could take care of us? Oh, we would call for help. Yes, and I would come help you. And I would help you too. And we would get some grown-ups and we would be safe again. There. Whew. It's good to make up stories. Maybe some of you will make up your story after watching the show. My friend Ruth Pelham wrote a song of what to do when someone is crying. It goes very well with this story, so we'll do a couple verses of that. What do I do when my sister is crying? What do I do? I don't know what to say. You take your sister in your arms and you hug her. You take your sister in your arms don't know what to say. You take your brother in your arms and you hug him. You take your brother in your arms and you hug him. Your friend. What do I do when my friend is crying? What do I do? I don't know what to say. You take your friend into your arms and you hug her. You take your friend into your arms and you hug him. And how about the whole world? What do I do when the world is crying? What do I do? I don't know what to say. You take the world into your heart and you love them. You take the world into your heart and you love them. So sometimes I like to do this little thing when I can't be with, but I feel a lot of caring and wanting for the world to be better. Put your hand over your heart and feel the love and the desire that the planet, that the animals, that the people be well and safe, that the air be clean, and the water good and clear. Put all those wishes that are in your heart and collect them in your hands and send them out. And just like you can imagine a story or a fairy tale, you can imagine in your mind the air getting cleaner and the water clearer and the people and the planet healthier. And your very heart and your very imagination is helping people to do that. So, the world can be a very wonderful thing. So, we're going to end the show with a wonderful song about coming together for different special days that people celebrate toward the end of the year when it's darkest and they all have light in them. So, my friends, can you think of a holiday where you use candles or lights outside or anything like that? Yes, Tiger. Yes, I celebrate Hanukkah and we have candles for 8 nights. Yes, many of my good friends celebrate Hanukkah too. How about Christmas time? People put lights on their houses and they put lights on trees and things. Yes, they do. So Christmas time. And there is a special day, the shortest day and longest night. Have either of you ever heard of solstice? Oh, I've heard of that. I have neighbors who get together on the solstice and they build a campfire outside and they sing. Oh, that sounds like fun. I hope I get to do that sometime. Yes, and people whose ancestors came from Africa, from the country where the children made that storybook, they have a festival of light called Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa? That's a new word for me. Kwanzaa. Oh, Kwanzaa. I like that word, but it's new for me. Well, the holiday is newer than Hanukkah and Christmas, but it's been going on for quite a while. They also light candles in their window for 7 nights, and they celebrate different qualities of being kind, like Kokonambili and the children that he came and helped to be with in community. It's an important holiday, remembering ways of being light in the world. Oh boy. Okay, so let's hear the song. Okay, all right.
Gather around with the people you love. Gather around by the fire. Let's light the candles and break bread together this magical time of the year. This is the season when nights are the longest, hilltops are covered with snow. I'll tell you stories of people before us and things that they did long ago. Let's light the candle in our menorah and tell how the Maccabee tried. They fought a great army completely outnumbered and kept their traditions alive. They only had oil to last for one evening, but it lasted 8 days and 8 nights. Gather around with the people you love. Gather around by the fire. Let's light the candles and break bread together this magical time of the year. This is the season when nights are the longest and hilltops are covered with snow. I'll tell you stories of people before us and things that they did long ago. The lights on our tree remind us of miracles, a baby born under a star. Mother and child, angels and animals, 3 wise men came from afar. The spirit of giving and caring for others can shine through wherever we are. Gather around with the people you love. Gather around by the fire. Let's light the candles and break bread together this magical time of the year. This is the season when nights are the longest and the hilltops are covered with snow. I'll tell you stories of people before us and things that they did long ago. The earliest people would gather at solstice to honor the longest of nights. The Yule log was burning, holly and evergreens gave hope for return of the light. Now there is Kwanzaa, a 7-day festival, a candle to light for each day. Families whose ancestors came here from Africa gather to work and to play, building community, family unity, time for renewing our faith. Gather around with the people you love. Gather around by the fire. Let's light the candles and break bread together this magical time of the year. This is the season when nights are the longest and hilltops are covered with snow. I'll tell you stories of people before us and things that they did long ago. I'll tell you stories of people before us and things that they did long ago.
So, when they wrote that song, it was at a time when people do get together for their different special days of gathering and celebrating and just being wonderful lights to each other, just enjoying each other's company around the fire. And this year, we've been told, actually, just stay in your own little safe place with whoever you live with at this time. So there's one last verse that Giraffe made up to get us through this year. Okay? Oh, they want to sing it for you. So, yeah, Dorothy, I thought of this verse when I heard his song, and I would like to sing it. And I love singing with Tiger, so let's do it. I love to sing too. I'm a little shyer, but I'll be way over here now. Yes, 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 we can all have a voice. Big voice, little voice, high voice, low voice. Let's all sing. Giraffe looked over at Tiger and said, I wish that we could celebrate with friends and family near. Tiger said, me too. I hope we can next year underneath a healthy sky. Oh yeah. Share one big sky, share one big sky. Give the world a big high five. Yeah, we're different and we know it, but we all get along. 'Cause we can all share and we can all care. We're different, but we all belong. Oh yes, we're different, but we all belong. Yes, we do, and we're so glad you're out there. Have a good and healthy day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Give yourself a hug.